Hey guys, welcome back to the range. Today has been a target maintenance day and I am beat. Target maintenance days are highly physical because I've got so much steel all in the woods around here. I mean, it goes way up into those hills. And I'm moving stuff around, and this particular round of target maintenance had a lot of changing out of bolts, so there was a lot of moving of stuff around. But I swore to myself that I would at least do some shooting when I came out here, because shooting to me is like therapy. So for kicks and giggles, we're going to shoot at that target. We're standing parallel to the 300-yard line, and we're going to shoot at that target on the hill from 300 yards. Why? Because I can. Well, I can try. If I do this first time, I'm going home. Oh, it went right over his left shoulder. I knew that was going to miss. That was a lucky shot. Let's see if I can do it again. Oh. I should stop. I should stop right now. Yeah, I'm gonna stop right now. Let's do something else. You know what? Let's work on old school snaps. Hang on, let me grab my timer. Okay, we are roughly at 10 yards. 10 yards, I believe, is about right there. And we are at a slight diagonal on this target because I don't want to tear the thing up. We should probably be on a greater diagonal. But this is what we're going to work with. Ready position, fire, one shot. So this is essentially old school snaps. The ready position is where you snap from. So the ready position is, for me, it's this. I don't so much do this because this requires out and back. This, I'm already in contact, so basically it's safety off and up. And at a close range, you could literally turn your rifle sideways and you would still hit. It only becomes a problem when you're at longer distances. So you can like snap that rifle up at a comfortable angle like this and get your shot, which is why it's called snaps. .98. Desired time of .95, required time of 1.0 flat. And yes, I am complicating my shot because when it swings that way, I've already lost some of it because of the shoulder of that target. 1.10. .99. Oh, I forgot to show you something. Ready position can literally be here. Here, I'm actually looking at the ground, just at the edge of the gravel. Instructors, when they say get in your ready position, which means you have to be able to cleanly visualize the entire threat, top to bottom, right over the top of the rifle. Not through the sights, but over the top of the sights. And people think I'm cheating, but I'm also 6'4". So usually the instructor who's saying that is about that tall. My vantage point is higher to get a cleaner view down. So this makes a difference. Remember, what this moment is the challenge position. This person, for whatever reason, has done something that I have to get them under control. And from here, we go from here to having to shoot them. And so this position right here, I can cleanly see, like if I was visualizing through the optic, I can still look just over the top here and I can cleanly see that base on the ground. So from foot to head, I can visualize the entire threat. 102. .85. Ooh, I think I actually went between the front plate and the back plate in that little gap. That was a flinch fire. .98. .81. .81. Okay, let's move on. All right, ready position, fire 4 shots is not going to work because I'm dealing with a lollipop and I don't want to hit the plate in front. All right, hanging fire, 1 shot, 2 seconds. Okay, hanging fire. I know I said I was going to do old school snaps, but This is a good work session, so we'll do that. Okay, hanging fire. Hanging means like this. It doesn't mean that. It means you in a casual position with your weapon off to the side where it would be if you were standing guard, which I've done before. Standing post, which is like, Miranda, sir, watch that corner of the house. Okay. And you're like, I'm watching the corner of a house. And they checking on you, you're like, yep, still here. Nothing to report. So it's this. It's not this. And so when you do this, this is, yeah, shameless plug. This is where the Tier 1 Citizen Sling comes in handy, because the rifle is technically supposed to be in a stored position, which this right here is the position it is stored in for when you walk so that your leg isn't hitting it. And the Tier 1 Citizen 2-point sling, because there's bungee in it, it sucks it up against your body, and it really keeps it out of the way until you need it. And you can, by the way, bring it up and fire from right here if you need to. That's a Hink Iverson, South African instructor, teaches that position. .174. So it's desired of 160, required of 20 flat. And I did that on 174. 167. 136. Oh, inside hit. Oh, I think I chipped it too. No. Too fast. So yeah, I'm beginning to cheat again. Rifle off to the side. Keep looking for where the shot timer is supposed to be. 169. Okay, so let's move on. On target, empty chamber, tap rack bang. 2.40. Desired of 220. Let's see how much damage I caught. Oh man, I hate those edge hits. Yeah, that's ugly. Look at that. Notch that sucker. Oh well, it happens. That's why steel eventually just has to go. Okay, on target, fire one shot, emergency reload. Actually, no, I'm sorry. On target, where is it? On target, empty chamber, tap rack bang, 2.40. It's exactly what it sounds like. You've got an empty chamber, so you get a click, you do tap, run the charging handle, bang. On target, empty chamber, tap rack bang, 2.40. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to clarify that point. Hang on a second. On target means safety off, slack taken out on the trigger, ready to fire. .232. Let's try to get to that desired time. As the smack needs to be a concerted actual tap. Like you've got to make an effort to actually tap that mag. .223. Let's do one more. This is my 13.7 drill pin welded. It is such, as you can tell, very flat, very fast. .227 on target, fire one shot, emergency reload, fire one shot. Okay, so that means I should have an empty mag in there. Standby. Oh my goodness, that was absolute garbage. I'm accustomed to drawing mags from my side, not from the bandolier, and I love this bandolier, but I'm still getting used to it. So yeah, that was all kinds of dookie right there. You see my hand keeps going to the right. Too many years of drawing from the right. You guys know my channel's not about looking cool. My channel's about giving you reality. This is the reality of what it is to train. Mistake after mistake after mistake. .286. That's more like it. So on target, fire one shot, emergency reload, fire one shot, desired of 325. I'm sorry, desired of 3, required of 325, and I just did it in .286. All because I remembered. I said to myself, draw from the bandolier. Draw from the bandolier. The reason the bandolier matters so much is this is what you have time to grab. You don't have time to put that on and then that on. This is what you have time to grab. This goes over and off you go. .285, so shaved off a 1/10. All right, that's good. Move on. On target, stovepipe, pull trigger, clear rifle, fire one shot. When you go to do this one, decide what you're going to do and grab your casings. Okay. Stovepipe. There it is right there. Casing in the ejection port, or I'm sorry, in the ejection port, bolt pressed against it. So it's on target, stovepipe, pull trigger, clear the rifle, fire one shot, 3 seconds flat. So to clear this, it's tap, roll the rifle, rack, so allow gravity to do its job. For me, as a lefty, I actually find that it's easier to tap, grab this, and run this than it is to try to do this mechanic. So I have better control of it this way. .293 on target, stovepipe, pull trigger, clear rifle, fire one shot, 3. Okay, I want to get that 260 if possible. Let's do it again. .257. You know what's interesting about this one? This is the one that I always say is fast, 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 slow. Which is basically the fast portion is the tap, the rack, getting back on the gun, and then safety's already off. Getting back on the gun and then slow to decide when you're going to take your shot. Or I'm sorry, you've already decided to take your shot, but you have to slow down to get your shot because we're shooting a 6-inch target at 10 yards. So I'm actually already shooting a target that's smaller than what I would normally be working with. But I want to make sure that I'm keeping that shot. I'm actually aiming to the outer rim of the target. So basically the outer half, which is why the majority of the hits are out there, because I don't want to risk hitting the hostage. Because why not practice that shot too? I love rifle. Rifle is my first love. I learned to appreciate handgun because handgun is such a difficult discipline, but rifle is my first love. See what happens when I try to do that right-handed? There's a hiccup because this is an ambi charging handle, and ambi charging handles just don't run that well for lefties. Let's try it one more time so I can actually have a success. .218. What did I say this one was? I actually rewrote this last one. I haven't printed it off yet. On target, double feed, pull trigger, clear rifle fire. No, I rewrote this. Oh, what did I do? I actually did a video on it too. Hang on, let me grab my phone. Okay, bolt override. This is actually one that I have seen in the wild before. Bolt override. What that is referring to is the casing has managed to work its way up inside of the charging handle and has gotten trapped at the very top of the gun, which I'm not going to bother trying to get the camera to see this, but all you have to do is lock your rifle to the rear, drop a casing in, and that little cutout in the top of your charging handle, casing cleanly sits inside of there, and you allow the bolt to go forward, and now the bolt is actually I'm sorry, the casing is now actually above the bolt carrier group. And there's no amount of this that's going to get it to come loose. You're going to have to lock the bolt to the rear, push the charging handle forward, and allow gravity to do its job. This is a very, very rare malfunction, and yet I've actually managed to see two in all my years of training, which surprised the heck out of me. And actually, oh, and here's the other thing. My advice to you is put the casing in backwards so that that sharp edge doesn't ding up the leading edge of your gas tube. Okay, so see it right there? And this is 775. So you should be able to like clear this and like grab a sandwich. Oh, great. Work through the problem. Here's what's interesting about this drill, and I may even take this one out too, because this one also has the potential to booger up perfectly good ammo, and I really do not like boogering up perfectly good ammo. Oh, one more time. That's about all I got right there. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. You know what? Seriously, guys, I'm not gonna suggest that you do this one. You are running the risk of damaging equipment. I'm not gonna have you risking your gas tube, so I'm actually gonna end up renaming this video. Why I'm taking out the last standard in the Tier 1 Citizen rifle drill. I just realized I'm not going to run the risk of you guys damaging something. You damage that gas tube, you are in trouble. You are in grave trouble. Because if your gas tube doesn't align with your gas key and have enough of a seal to do its job, you're in major trouble. We're going to call that quits. Did I mention how much I love this rifle? This rifle is a fun gun that I built a year or two ago. I don't recall when, but it's been a little bit since I built it. And 13.7 is the new hotness. Sons of Liberty Gunworks has done it. What's his face? Lucas Botkin has kind of brought this out into the fore. This is something that's been on my radar. It was on my radar several years ago. In fact, I built one several years ago and sold it to a client. Brought it out here late one night and shot with it and really liked it. Doing this, drill dependent welded, gives you a rifle that has an amazing fulcrum. Disregard this. The sling doesn't change the fulcrum at all. See? I'm holding the sling and it's not changing the fulcrum at all. The fulcrum is the balance point of the gun. See how it balances out almost flat? And someone's going to ask about sticking a mag, so fully loaded mag. Isn't that great? The rifle's really well balanced. I mean, this rifle truly is bordering on a neutral rifle. What you get with a 13.7 is a rifle that is such a pleasure to shoot. I'm sure that camera's still running. It's such a pleasure to shoot this gun. It's also a gun that doesn't really have any paperwork issues, and yet it like legit feels like an SBR because it technically is an SBR. I built one of these for Reed Henricks, and he told me that his wife routinely just flogs steel with it. He also has said that I forget what it is. I'll see if I can find the email. He said the groups that it fires are like more than acceptable. It's just a really nice gun. It's such a lightweight gun. This gun is, if I remember correctly, it was like 6 pounds 12 or something like that. And that is as you see it, like fully set up. Sights, mount, optic, light, sling. As you see it, it's in like 6 pounds 12 ounces or something. So you're talking about a rifle that is capable of a lot of performance out of a very small, lightweight package, and is also small enough for vehicle work. So that is something to consider. But anyways, it is getting late. I gotta get home. As always, thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Thank you for your sling purchases and your donations to keep this channel independent. As always, God bless you all. Get those guns out in practice. Have a good one.